Greetings, sweet soul. Welcome to another episode of The Power of Choice, our continuing journey coming back from fear. Last episode, we chatted about the power to question, and what an amazing gift it is. We don't have to sit in the same mindset and beliefs our entire life. We get to change our lives if we want to. Wowza! Today, we are going to rediscover another extraordinary ability that we have suppressed, the power of no. The other day, a little boy talked back to a man's wife. She told him to do something, and he said, "No, I don't want to." So the father had to pull the little boy aside and say, "Listen, you got to teach me how to do that." Now, I'm not intending to start any marital fights. This story reminded me of my childhood and, seeing other children as they, suddenly learn that magical word of no. Somewhere we lose that. We're taught at an early age through praise and punishment to not resist, to not say no to a request or an order from someone in authority over us, whether that's from a parent, a teacher, a religious leader, a political leader, a police officer. That list just goes on and on. We've been taught that a large amount of the population is in a place where we don't disobey or reject their demands. Obey your teacher, or listen to your mother, listen to your father. Listen to your aunt, your uncle, your grandpa, your grandma, your older brother, your older sister, or you better listen to your babysitter. Be nice to strangers. Or as we get older, listen to your manager, your supervisor. It really is no wonder that we might have lumped the entire population of the world into a huge bucket to obey. And because we develop a conditional belief that we are supposed to obey everyone else, we also develop a belief that everyone should obey doing what we ask. We're surprised when someone tells us no. What? We just don't understand how they could do such a thing. When the answer of no is given in a negative context, usually some sort of emotional encounter will happen. There will probably be crying involved, and if that doesn't achieve the desired turnaround to a yes, then we might experience anger trying to bully the answer of yes into being. And then if it escalates past that and far enough, there could be the dreaded rejection that we have been taught to fear. People will walk out of a room, hang up the phone, or push someone out of their life, hoping that the drastic action will spark the need to obey. We have been taught to take it personally when someone tells us no, or take the actions of others personally when we tell them no and get hit with all that emotional manipulation tactics. The discovery that we are the only ones responsible for our own emotional choices frees us from being responsible for everyone else's emotions and empowers us to take back our lives. We give away our power when we allow others to manipulate our emotional choices. Guilt is really nothing more than the fear of rejection. We feel bad about an action because of how someone else might or did react emotionally to the situation. But in reality, that place out there, outside of our emotional stories, things just happen. There are no stories that surround a situation until an emotional human being gets involved. Whether a bear poops in the woods was never really a question the animals of the forest cared about. Only we, powerful, eternal, supernatural beings of unconditional love, living a human experience here could ever care about it. Realizing our power of no brings up a fact that we never have to do anything we don't want to do. Now listen to that and take it to your heart. We never have to do anything we don't want to do. Yes, there will always be an effect to our cause or a result to our action, but we will never have to do anything we don't want to do. We just have to be okay with the external outcome. The internal emotional reactions from ourselves are within our control. The external emotional reactions of individuals never happen out here. They only happen inside us. They are just emotions going on inside someone else. And we have no idea what they are really feeling. And it is absolutely none of our business because it is out of our control. Yes, we can possibly make it an easier choice for someone to choose love over fear, or really fear over love. But we are not responsible for anyone else's actions. If someone is determined to be unhappy, sad, hurt, depressed, angry, or joyful, happy, content, there is nothing we can really do to control that. We could give them everything we have, and it may never be enough for them. Because we have no idea the total list of conditional love laws that they have inside them in order for them to feel loved or accepted. Just thinking about it makes my heart tingle with fear of failure. You know, it's a trap. When we try to please others, we are setting ourselves up for failure. We will fail at some point. There is no way we can live up to their love laws and our own. There will always be some contradictory conflict somewhere in there. We can instead find freedom in our power of no. We can say no to anything we don't want to do. The fear of rejection is made powerless with this awareness. And if someone rejects us, it's not about us. It has nothing to do with us. It's all about what's going on inside them. When we sit in this power, we realize we can never truly be rejected. We are 100% unconditionally loved by the Creator and beings of unconditional love. Everything else is just an illusion. Everyone else is just a character in a really cool romantic comedy, horror, thriller, action movie. It isn't real. When we are done experiencing the fear of rejection, we begin our awakening of coming back from the fear. We start remembering the powerful being we are. We begin to see all the bedtime stories we are telling ourselves that keep us in the fear slumber. And we begin to use the word no. Not out of anger or resentment towards others, but out of love for ourselves. Out of unconditional love for ourselves. Next week, we will move on to one more of our superpowers, the power to laugh. Until then, try saying no, even if you have to start by just saying it inside your head first before it escapes out of your lips to others. Have courage. It will change your life. And remember, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Boom.